Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of the series, 3 Ruinous Relationships, with a subtitle of Free Grace, Free Ride, Free Love, wherein we will ask the follow-up question, what's so wrong with free? So let us get started. In this current series on 3 ruinous relationships, we are dealing with a family of skunks, free grace, a free ride, and free love. In part 1 of this series, we asked as to what was the underlying theme or common denominator uniting this family of skunks together. And the answer I gave was that it was none other than the ruinous, odious, and morally objectionable expectation of getting something for nothing. Which leads us to ask, why is such a skunk-like mentality of expecting something for nothing so ruinous, odious, and morally objectionable? In other words, what's wrong with getting something for nothing in the various realms of life, be it religious, social, or personal in nature? Let's begin then by addressing the ruinous and odious notion of getting something for nothing by first asking the far more basic question of what's so wrong with free? What then is so wrong with free? In the first place, it's a lie. In the second place, it's ruinous. And in the third place, it's extremely abusive and tyrannical. In other words, the false notion of free ruins everything in all 3 realms of life, religious, social, and personal. And the social, of course, includes the political. And so you might rightly ask, in what way is free a lie? In what way is free ruinous? And further, in what way is free abusive and even tyrannical? In this episode, we will limit our discussion to the first question. That is, in what way is free a lie in the religious, social, and personal realms of life? In the coming episodes, we'll address the other 2 or 3 issues, the ruinous, extremely abusive, and even tyrannical nature of free. And so, starting with the religious realm, we can begin by asking, in what way is free grace a lie? In the first place, it should be obvious to everyone that when it comes to the atoning sacrifice of Christ, free grace isn't truly free. In fact, no greater price has ever been paid by God or man for this so-called free grace. In other words, the notion of free grace is a lie because Christ paid the price by providing God's grace. What then is wrong with free grace? It's a lie, as there's always a cost paid by someone. Christ paid the price of providing God's grace. Now let's turn from the religious realm to the social realm and ask again, in what way is a free ride, free lunch, or free anything a lie? In the first place, it should be obvious to everyone that when it comes to a free ride, that a free ride isn't truly free. In other words, the notion of a free ride or free lunch is a lie because there's always a cost paid by someone. In this case, the so-called free ride is provided by the individual truck driver or, indirectly, the company rig owner. What then is wrong with a free ride? It's a lie as there's always a cost paid by someone. The rig owner paid the price of providing the hitchhiker a ride. And in this case, the so-called free lunch is provided by the individual taxpayers under the false guise of a government-sponsored picnic. And in this case, the so-called free meal for the hungry, homeless, and destitute is provided by volunteers and charitable contributions from within the community. What's so wrong with free? It's a lie, as there's always a cost paid by someone. For instance, a free ride isn't free. The rig owner paid the price. A free lunch isn't free. Taxpayers paid the price. A free meal isn't free, as other people paid the price. Now let's turn from the religious and social realms to the personal, romantic, and sexual realm, and ask again, in what way is free love a lie? In the first place, it should be obvious to everyone that when it comes to free love, that free love isn't truly free. In this case, society itself pays the price, and in a multitude of ways. The breakdown of sexual morals and behavior, teenage pregnancy, abortions, and diseases, and the breakdown of the nuclear family, to name just a few. What then is wrong with free love? It's a lie, as there's always a cost paid by someone. Society itself paid the price of providing the free love experiment. And so we ask once more, what's so wrong with free? It's a lie, as there's always a cost paid by someone. For instance, free grace isn't free, for Christ paid the price. And you might want to stop and consider, in what way did Christ pay the price? Now consider the fact that a free ride isn't free, for the rig owner paid the price. And again you might ask, in what way did the rig owner pay the price? And finally we noted that free love isn't free, for society paid the price. And you might again ask, in what way did society pay the price? These are all questions worth considering if we are to understand the lie that lies behind the notion of free anything, be it free grace, a free ride, or free love. We see then that the false notion of free is a lie in all three realms of life: religious, social, and personal. And for someone to say that as long as it's free for me, regardless of who pays for it, that's free enough, is simply to confess that one is all in on getting something for nothing. And it is this skunk-like mentality of getting something for nothing at another's expense that leads from the lie to the ruinous, abusive, and ultimately tyrannical nature of free. So yes, the false notion of free is a lie, but it's also ruinous, abusive, and even tyrannical. But in what way is this lie ruinous, abusive, and tyrannical? We'll address these issues in the next episode. For now, never forget that when it comes to this lie of free grace, a free ride, and free love, that we're being skunked by a ruinous, abusive, and odious family of skunks. And if it only takes one skunk to stink up a room, imagine what a family of skunks can do.